Yesterday we learned about ionic bond, and today we want to learn about covalent bond. So I take this chance to welcome you. I take this chance to invite you to our YouTube channel, that is Ambassador Speaks. Apart from teaching physics and chemistry and other things, we also teach about academics. I'm an academic coach, and I coach students about how to pass in exams, how to balance syllabus, how to choose career, how to do very many things. Now, what I'm asking you is that you can just log in to our channel and get benefited by so many things there. I will be glad because you will be my follower. Again, don't waste your bundles watching things that do not help you in life. These things that I'm teaching here will help you in life and will make you go far. So this chance, I invite you to covalent bonding. Yesterday we talked about ionic bonding, and we said the other name to ionic bonding is electrovalent bond. And we say that this ionic bonding is made up of, or is a bond between a metal and an nonmetal. We gave a definition. So if you're not there in my class yesterday, you are free to check our lesson for yesterday. The good thing about YouTube is they will store. In fact, you can check a lesson I taught in the year 2020 and you will still find the same content, just intact the way it was during then. So for yesterday, you can check. We said that when there is a complete transfer of electrons from one atom, which is basically metal, to another, which is basically non-metal, then the bond formed is called ionic bonding. And the type of compounds that have ionic bond are called ionic compounds. For example, sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, magnesium fluoride, sodium bromide. As long as one and the other one, metal and non-metal, the compound formed is called ionic compound, except one. If you were in my class yesterday, please can you answer this question? Which compound is made up of a metal and a non-metal, but they do not have ionic bonding? I think I gave that a disclaimer. Which one? If you were in my class, can you paste it there on the chat section? At least I get happy because which is that compound which is made up of a metal and a non-metal, but do not have ionic bonding. Instead, it has covalent bonding. Nikanio. If you think about that, welcome to covalent bonding. Covalent bond or bonding. Yes. Basically, what I can tell you is there is a shared electrons. And in this case, just like yesterday, I talked so much about valence electrons. I'm just feeling like, again, I should explain about valence electrons. I'm feeling like explaining about valence electrons. 281, 27, 282, 2882. Yeah. The outermost electrons are valence electrons. Si valency, usijaribu kuleta mchezo hapa. Valence and valence are two different things. Now, I want us to use this so that to understand the difference between valency and valence electrons. Look at this, the first one. This is basically sodium. Sodium has a valency of 1. Why? Because it can lose 1. What is the valence electrons of sodium? It is still 1. Why? Because it has 1 in the outermost energy level. Twende kwa fluorine. The valency for chlorine is 1. Why? It's only gaining 1 to be complete. Now let's get to valence electrons. Valence electrons of this one is 7. Why? It has 7 in the outermost energy level. I hope we are together. When you get to magnesium, magnesium has 2 in the outermost energy level. And when it has 2 in the outermost energy level, this is valence electrons. At the same time, magnesium loses 2. It has a valency of 2. Sawa. Hii ni gani? 2882 calcium. Calcium has a valency of 2 and the valence electrons are 2. So when it comes to bonding, both in the ionic bond and covalent bond, we will mostly utilize valence electrons. That is the outermost electrons. Now, it is the valence electrons that are used in bonding. Now, if we have shared pair of electrons, we call it covalent bond. The main characteristic of covalent bonding, it is shared between non-metals. Between non-metals. Sawa. Between two non-metals. You will never find a metal in covalent unless or except ile kuna swali nimeuliza na nikaacha pending. Nobody is bothered to answer me. Let me check the other channels. Maybe watu wa ambassador ndio hawataki kujibu. You know, here we have fans mara tatu. Kuna fans wa Ambassador Speaks who are my fans now. Tuko na fans wa Shifting Grades who are so well they are answering question. Adrian Nahum amesema hello Miki, you can paste that hello watu waone venye hiyo hello imenifurahisha. Hey, how many zeros are those? Oh, no zeros. How many? Oh, but I'm happy. Hey, hello to you. Hello to you. No problem. Now then, those who are leading in terms of answering questions are from Shifting Grades, followed by those on the Ambassador Speaks. Then for Mickey's Late Media, they need to be beaten. They don't want to answer questions in any way. So now, so these ones are basically for non-metals of the same element or different elements. What do I mean by the same element? For example, there is this is a hydrogen molecule made up of two hydrogen atoms. So they belong to the same element, atoms of the same element. But ukiangalia kitu kama hii, water. These are atoms from different elements, from hydrogen and from oxygen. Are you together? Si tuko pamoja sasa? Yes. So now nobody wants to answer me a question that I ask, but there is no problem. When the right time comes, you will answer me. Are you together? Let me use this example. If you want to hold a bash, this is the example I used during the lesson when I was teaching my class in the school I teach from 2 plane, where now will be from 3 plane next week, but one week ingine. I say this: if you want to hold a bash, kuna zile vitu mnahitaji kufanya bash. Kwanza mnahitaji DJ. Sawa. Kwanza mnahitaji photographer. Na mimi nilikuwa nimeomba kazi ya photographer, wakasema watanipea. Kwanza unahitaji MC. MC linaandikwa hivi ama mwingine ataandika MC. Ni sawa? Mnahitaji nini pia? Mnahitaji speakers na vitu mingi ama hii ni public address. There are many things that you need venue. Alafu you need food and drinks. Na nikisema drinks, I mean soda na maji. Hiyo ingine itakusuia usiende mbinguni bure. Now all this, what you require is money. Now, and because you require money na mnataka kufanya bash ya watu 40, mnapika budget. Mnauliza DJ unataka ngapi? DJ anakuambia nataka 2K. Hapana, DJ hawezi kubali 2K. Unambea anataka 4K, mwingine anataka sio much. By the end of the day, maybe you need 40,000 and you are 40 in number. So kila mtu atoe ngapi? 1,000. Now when you bring those things together, so that now it can be enough to hold the bash, it is behaving exactly like the covalent bond. You share the cost, you share the electrons. Your electrons are my electrons, and my electrons are your electrons. When I'm counting my electrons, I'm counting together with yours. When you are counting your electrons, you will be counting together with mine. What do I mean? I will show you using water. Let me use water. Ndio tufika hapa, lakini kasi ya photographer na MC hiyo mtaniachia. Wengine DJ Navy. Now let's look at water. First of all, you must ask yourself this question. Water, what is the chemical formula of water? It's in H2O. Meaning we need 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Now in this case, we will have an oxygen here. In the oxygen, nimeandika hapo O for oxygen. Then we will have 1 hydrogen here. This is hydrogen, this is oxygen. Then we have another hydrogen here. So that is the skeletal part of it. But we must go ahead and show the distribution of the electrons that makes up water in a covalent way. Kuja hapa kando, what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? It is 1. Sini 1 2 ainanga maneno mingi. For oxygen inakwanga 2 6. Now, we only want to utilize the ones outside, which is 6 and 1. The 6 and 1, we only call them the valence electrons. Now, oxygen do hii. Hii oxygen imeshikilia hydrogen upande ingine, imeshikilia hydrogen hii upande ingine. Oxygen needs a maximum of 8. Why? Because we are dealing with the second energy level, so we need to make it 8. Nataka nikihesabu ya oxygen yote ikuwe 8. Nikihesabu ya hydrogen nipate ikiwa 2, because you know hydrogen only has 1 energy level. Na hiyo 1 energy level we said it has a maximum of 2. Kama tu venye nilisema 2 8 8 ukielekea huko. So the first one has 2 8. Then so oxygen needs 8, hydrogen needs 2. And we need to behave like I said the other day. Ukisha join class maneno ya kutoka kwenda kuona kama chai imechemka, wachana nayo. Be disciplined. Stay in class up to the end. Let me also see whether there is anyone talking to me from the shifting grades. Shifting grades, don't keep quiet. Let media, don't keep quiet. We are moving on so well. Now look here. I'm here doing for complicated compounds. Huyu hydrogen abeane moja. Huyu akibeana in terms of cross, oxygen ambe moja. So you see, hydrogen amebeana 1, oxygen ikambea 1. Hiyo story is hapo. Twende the other side. Hydrogen still ibeane 1, oxygen ibeane ingine. Well, so hydrogen imebeana the only one it had. Haina kitu ingine ya kupeana. Now oxygen iko na ngapi? 6. And because it had 6, imebeana 1 2. Amebea huyu moja, akapea huyu moja. Imebaki na ngapi? 4. Hiyo 4, for the sake of the stability of the compound, iko naso ni 2. Yani nilisema hivi, your electrons be my electrons and my electrons be your electrons. Hydrogen ni ya hydrogen. Enye imeshika oxygen pia ni ya oxygen. So hii 2 tunahesabu type oxygen pia we share. So for hydrogen it's complete kabisa. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Marvelous. Hydrogen the same. So this is covalent bonding in water. Kama umeelewa nipatie yes. Just comment yes. It doesn't matter the time you're watching this video. Just comment yes, nijue umeiangalia. So in case kama uko na any issue, you can tell me. You can, you know, for Timothy and for Beverly and for Stella who have said wameelewa. Niende gani? Waje niende next. And please be follow. Daga niingie gani? Daga niingie chlorine, but before niingie chlorine, there is something I want to show you. Is shown by a dash. Just a dash. The moment umeona dash hivi, that is yes. The moment umeona dash ikiwa na arrow, tutafanya coordinates hai, coordinate bond. And the other name for coordinate bond is dative. So ukiona ikiwa tu na one thing that you need to know also is a pair of electrons, cross and dash, inasimamiwa na arrow moja. Now in our case here, if I want to show using cross and arrows, I will say O one covalent bond, hydrogen, another covalent bond, hydrogen. For a scientist like you and I, this is the same as this. It has no difference. Sawa sawa. Aya. Kama ni mbili, nikiweka hivi dash dot because this pair stands for 1. I think nimeelezea vizuri. Aya, twende ya chlorine molecule. Electronic configuration of chlorine. 2, 8, and 7. We have no business with 2 and 8. I hope hapo tuko pamoja. Sawa sawa. Yes, I hope we are together. So chlorine inaandikwa hivi. What does chlorine hivi? Atuko na chlorine nyingine. Nimechora hii kama and this is another chlorine. Let's now show covalent bonding in chlorine. Hanging, because at some point I can see it's hanging. Timothy, is it hanging ama continuous? Perfectly. Naona inaenda ikihang kidogo. Now look here. Itoe moja, the other chlorine itoe moja. Hivyo tu. Then ujiulize huyu amebeba ikipaka na 6 plus 2 hiyo ni 8. Yes, story yetu imeishia hapo. Ikapaka na ngapi? 6. Now hiyo 6 plus the 2 jar shared makes it 8. Incomplete. Twende ingine, the same. Ilibeana 1 ikapaka na 6. And that is a chlorine molecule. If we have to show in terms of Brian, see what we can do in terms of the internet. Let me see. But we are doing for oxygen molecule. Minutes. I will do it in the next few minutes. Tunaweza connect na hii. Kukata. Daga. We are working on it. In the meantime, can you be Brian? We are working on it, but no problem. I hope by now it will stop hanging. We are working on it, but no problem. I hope by now it will stop hanging. I don't know what's wrong with my internet. Lakini I'm working. Miki. Fanya hivi. Fanya hivi. Sawa. It is still rotating on my side. Watch it. Sawa. Let me hear if it's still hanging. Let me hear if it's still hanging. Ndio tuendelee. Kijeshi anasema kuna issue. Now there's something we have rectified. Kijeshi, just 1 minute, uniambie how it is. Let me see for the next 1 minute tuone kama bado itahang pia. It's now okay. Thank you. Let's move on. And so sorry for the interruption. So mnaelewa maneno ya internet. Now we were doing this. So before the issue of internet came in, we were saying that after you have shown the covalent bond this way, you can have chlorine, covalent bond chlorine, then how many? Hapa tutaweka 3 pairs. Na hii iko ngapi? Hivi. Hivyo. So that is, so this one is the same as this one. Are we together? So that is it now. Now I had told you to do for oxygen. How many have attempted for oxygen? Naga kuona. If you have attempted for oxygen, say yes. I want to do it so that you mark for yourself. Thank you Kijeshi. Anasema sasa iko sawa. And by the way, allow me to mention Kijeshi 1. Anybody who is listening to me, after this, go to YouTube and search Kijeshi 1. Pia uone venye anapeka content ya chemistry vizuri sana. He's a teacher from Mombasa. He's teaching chemistry and physics like me. Yes. Good. Now, oxygen. So, hakuna mtu amefanya oxygen? Haya. Oxygen is 2,6. So it is a molecule in a hive. So we should have 2 molecules. I mean 2 atoms. E ikiwa oxygen, E ikiwa oxygen ingine. So when it is that way, what we can say here is huyu aleta yake moja, huyu pia aleta yake moja. From the 6, this oxygen atom is remaining with how many? Imebeana moja, it's remaining with 5. 5 plus 2, it's not making. Beverly, this is what we were doing. It's not making. Now, what huyu pia aongeze ingine, na huyu pia afanye nini? Aongeze ingine. So each atom of oxygen has given how many? Has given 2. It was 6. How many remaining with? 4. So E iko na 4 plus this 4. Hiyo ni 8, which is okay. E iko na 4 plus the 4 shared, which is okay. I'm saying your electrons will be my electrons and my electrons will be your electrons. So 4 ya huyu tuweka hapo na 4 ya huyu iko hivi. Don't make a mistake of, kama umetumia cross kwa hii, the other one use a dot. Don't use cross kila mahali ama dot kila mahali. Z, don't. Yes, so that is how it should be. In terms of what the other way, apart from kuonyesha hivi, you can say 2 pairs. Then huyu akwe na 2 yenye iko hapa, huyu akwe na 2 zenye ziko hapa. Inakaa macho yako. Now, for those who attempted the question, the likes of Beverly, was this, or is this the answer you got? Daga kujua. Is that the answer you got? Aya. Daga niende 2 more examples, alafu tuachane na hiyo story. Tuongee kitu kingine sasa, alafu tuingie the structures. Daga tuende nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen molecule. Lakini before that, nataka kujua kama Beverly alipata ama hakupata. Good. Beverly alipata and I'm happy for that. Let's do for nitrogen molecule. By the way, let me tell you how it should be. For an average student mwenye tu ako tu sawa, sio fast learner na sio slow. Na si mtu mkaidi, na si mtu indiscipline. Wamelasimishiwa masomo. Yani for an average student, 4 examples are enough. Nimefanya ya kwanza, which was water, nikafanya ya pili, kwanza nilifanya ya hydrogen, nikafanya ya water, nikafanya ya oxygen, nikafanya ya chlorine. So what I'm doing right now are extra which are not necessary. Lakini tufanye ya chlorine, nitrogen, then tufanye ya ammonia. Those will be enough for you now. Ukishajua how to do those 5 ama 6, then the rest of the things will be very very simple for you. Tuanzie hapa. What is the atomic number of nitrogen? Inakuanga ngapi? Nitrogen atomic number. And what is the configuration? They are always uko mwisho ni 25. So hiyo msukura chini. So nitrogen inakaanga hivi. Nitrogen N2. One atom of nitrogen has electronic configuration of 25. Our business ni 5. That's where our business is. Hatuna ubaya na 2 for now haitusaidi. Ni kama mtu mwenye ako na form 4 certificate ya class 8 becomes useless. Wezi present ya class 8 ukiwa na form 4. Una present ya form 4. Sawa sawa? Now, so we will have nitrogen this way. Then we will have another nitrogen this way. So hii ni nitrogen, hii ni nitrogen still. Sawa? This one will contribute 1. The other one will contribute 1. Are we together? Yes. So huyu akishapeana moja anapaka na ngapi? 4. 4 plus 2 hiyo ni 6 bado. Bado. Waje huyu apeane ingine, huyu apeane ingine, huyu apeane ingine. So kila mtu amecontribute mbili mbili. So after kupeana 4, 2 amepaka na ngapi? Amepaka na 3. 3 plus 4 7. Bado haijafika. Nataka tukiadi ya huku plus ya katikati inatupa ngapi? 8. So waje kila mtu pia apeane moja moja. So it had 5, imepeana 3. Imepaka na ngapi? 2. 2 plus 6 8. Now we are at the point. So we are back na sasa mbili, we are back na sasa ngapi? 2. Such that this 2 plus 6 inatupea 8. This 2 plus 6, I say these are the shared. Inatupea ngapi? 8. And we are very happy for that. In terms of lines, ama covalent bonding, we will have N, then 1, 2, 3, another N, then cross nini dots mbili hapa, cross mbili hapa. That's how it should be. Fine. Yes. Kuna mtu akona swali? I hope now up to that point everything is okay. Beverly anasema please do for C2H4. It is called ethene. That compound that you are mentioning, Beverly, is called ethene. We will do it, Beverly. We will do it. Don't worry. I will show you how it should be done. That's why I'm here. So Beverly. Yes. Aya. Nani mwingine akona ingine ya kufanywa apart from ya Beverly yenye amepeana hapo? Aya, let's do for this. Let's do for ammonia. Ndo alafu niwape assignment. As I'm doing for ammonia, can you try to do for carbon dioxide? Kwanza tuanzie hapa. What is the chemical formula for ammonia? For ammonia. The chemical formula for ammonia is NH3. Yes, so meaning we should have 1 nitrogen. Sawa? After having 1 nitrogen, 1 hydrogen hapa, another hydrogen hapa, another hydrogen huku. So enda pale kando, hydrogen iko na electronic configuration of 1. Nitrogen iko nayo ya 2 5. So let's contribute. Huyu nitrogen atoe moja hapa, hydrogen itoe ingine. Huyu nitrogen atoe moja, hydrogen itoe ingine. The same at this point. So hydrogen imemalizana, it has only contributed whatever it had. So nitrogen imepeana ngapi? Imepeana 3. Na ilikuwa na ngapi? 5. So it remain with how many? 2. Hiyo 2 we put anywhere inside the nitrogen. We say it is 2 there. So you see, very done. That's ammonia, and it's very simple. Unless kama uko na just as simple as that one. Number 2, I can show by saying nitrogen ikiwa na hydrogen hapa, ikiwa na hydrogen nyingine huku, ikiwa na hydrogen nyingine huku, na yake mbili yenye ilipaki nayo. So it is this or this, but the best is this. So let's do for carbon 4 oxide. Carbon 4 oxide. Let's do for carbon 4 oxide. Carbon 4 oxide jiulize inaandikwa CO2. Ikiwa hivi, it means that we should have one big carbon, then oxygen ngapi? Mbili. Hii ni carbon. So we have another oxygen on this side. Good. Then from there, you write the electronic configuration of oxygen and for carbon. For oxygen kama kawaida, because we've worked with it so much, let's say it is 2,6. For carbon, it is 2,4. It is 2,4. So now, 2,4, O is 2,6. So ikiwa hivyo, let's now utilize. Carbon contribute moja, oxygen contribute moja. Carbon contribute moja, oxygen contribute gabi moja. So let's see. After contributing 1 oxygen, it is remaining with 5. 5 plus this 2, 7. Pardon. So tuendelee. Ingine contribute moja pia. On the other side, let them contribute 1 also. Let's see. Oxygen ilikuwa na 6, imepeana 2, imebaki na 4. 4 plus 4, 8. That is 12. Now carbon ilikuwa na ngapi? Carbon ilikuwa na 4, imepeana 4, imeisha. So how do we show this? We have carbon, double covalent bond, oxygen, then double covalent bond, oxygen. That is how it should be. So oxygen imebaki na ngapi? Ilikuwa na 6, imebaki na 4. So cross, cross. Hiyo cross leta hapa. Hiyo cross leta hapa. Dot, hii ingine. No, we work with cross still. Yeah. That is how it should be. Tuko pamoja. Ndaka sasa tufanye ile ya Beverly. Beverly amesema ethene. Ethene, sorry. C2H4, it's called ethene for those who don't know. That's a compound. You will study about this when you will be in Form 3 about organic chemistry. So we have carbon ya kwanza, ituka na carbon ingine ya pili, alafu so you see carbon, covalent bond na carbon. So we are remaining with how many? We are remaining with 4 hydrogens. Moja ikae hapa, ingine ikae hapa. Those are 2. Ingine ikae hapa, ingine ikae hapa. How can we show it now in terms of circles? And we use dots and crosses. So we will have carbon here, another carbon here. So these are 2 carbons. Hii ni carbon, na hii pia ni carbon. Each carbon to have 2 hydrogens. Hydrogen ya kwanza hapa, hydrogen ya pili hapa. Now, ndaka tu fix maneno yetu sasa. Kumbuka carbon iko na 2,4. Hydrogen iko na 1 only. So hapa carbon ipeane moja, na hydrogen ilete moja. The same as this. Yes. So this carbon ilikuwa na ngapi? Ilikuwa na 4, lakini imepeana 2. 1 hapa, 1 huku. So imebaki na ngapi? Imebaki na 2. Ndawaambia mahali hiyo 2 itaenda. This other carbon ikuaje? The same thing. x dot x dot. So for the hydrogens, we are done with the hydrogens. Now what is remaining at this particular point is tujue ni nini tutaweka hapo katikati. Are we together? So this carbon hii moja imepeana ngapi? 1 2. Imebaki na ngapi? Imebaki na 2. Wacha ipeane moja huku. Then this other carbon pia ilete moja. Sawa? So let's see. One carbon has given how many? Let's say the cross for carbon 1 2 3. So imebaki na ngapi? Imebaki na imepeana 3. So imebaki na moja because it was supposed to be 2 4. Huyu mwingine amepeana 3 pia, amebaki na ngapi? Moja. So that's how it should be. CC, which is the covalent, then in each carbon iko na hydrogen moja moja. So that is how it should be. Beverly, umeshika sasa? Umeshika hiyo? Yes, I hope that one is well now. Unless you have a question. That is for covalent bond. Tomorrow we shall be doing what we call the coordinate bond. Someone is asking, where does the last one go? The last one, I will not show it here because it is there alone. Ingekuwa mbili ningeonyesha hapa. So it will just be there, or alternatively I can bring the last one ikuja hapa, hiyo ingine pia ikuja hapa. Ndio ikue Timothy, I can bring the other one ikuja hapa, ikue XOXO. So that now when you count, so this one has two options, the first one and this second one now. Are you together? Yes. Let me see if there's anybody with a question on that part. Nobody is having a question on the shifting grades. Nobody is having a question on the mixed media. Yeah. So tomorrow we shall be starting from what we call the coordinate bonding, which is a special case of covalent bond. Combination of covalent bond and another one will give us coordinate bond. Hiyo tutaangalia kesho. Tomorrow I will not extend. Leo nilikuwa nimerush mahali nikachelewa. Tomorrow we shall do it from 3 p.m.
Kesho ni holiday.
Kwa na kesho pia ni holiday, si ndio? Timo. Na Beverly, kesho mko na plan gani? Aya, tutaangalia maneno. Sawa sawa. Aya, we want to be out. If there is no one with a question, ndaka nipeane 1 minute for anybody with a question. If you are in need of exams, we are still offering. Timothy, you got your exams and I'm told you are working on it. Beverly, haujaitisha mtihani. Haidi pia haujaitisha mtihani, and anybody else, Stella, au sijakuwa na ukiitisha mtihani. You should ask for one. Aya, we are out in 3, 2, 1. Blessings.
Kumbuki kesho ni ile siku.